Hey, so if you're a solopreneur, a coach, or you're working on your own on your business, this one's for you. Okay, stick around because I've found that from all of the clients that I support, and as a former COO of a seven-figure health and wellness business, one of the biggest time sucks and tasks that need to be done, but just take up a lot of time is lead generation and lead nurturing. So following up and having conversations with your potential clients. Now, if you're a coach and you're working on your own, this could easily right now take you up to 10 to 20 hours every single week. Now, I have a system that will help you save that time so that you can really speed things up. If you're interested in that, stick around and watch this video. If, like most coaches, you estimate your value at between, $50 to $200 per hour, let's say it's just 50, okay? This one system is gonna save you 80 hours or $4,000 every single month. So stick around because I'm gonna go into the system and show you how simple and easy it is to implement this. All right, are you ready for this? Let's dive in. At Tech for Coaches, I wanna help you reclaim 1 to 3 hours every single day so that you can work in your business and do the things that you're actually good at and that you love doing, working from your zone of genius, all right? So here's a little walkthrough of some of the ways that we can implement systems that will make it a lot easier and a lot faster for you to do the things that maybe you don't really like doing. So let's unlock your time and your impact. So let's focus and talk a little bit about this zone of genius that I mentioned. Zone of genius is really nothing more than the combination of quadrants of what you're good at and what you love doing. In your business, you're going to find tasks that are in all 4 quadrants. The goal for us is to see how we can maximize the value of your time based on which tasks are in which quadrant. Okay, so quadrant number 1 is incompetence. Basically, these are tasks that you might be bad at or that drain your energy. Okay, what we want to do with those is either automate, outsource, and not do them if that's even possible, or have someone else or something else do them for you. And then there's quadrant number 2, which is your competence. Like, these are tasks that you do well, but hey, others can do them well as well. Again, same thing. We want to make sure that any tasks or any activities in that quadrant, we outsource, we delegate, or we have a system that does it for us, okay? Quadrant number 3, excellence. So these are tasks that you do exceptionally well, but that don't necessarily give you energy. Here you could think of outsourcing, or in some cases, it might already be possible to train an AI system to do these things for you. Here's what we want to focus on. Quadrant number 4, your zone of genius. These are the things that you love doing, that you excel at, that you find effortless, and they even generate energy for you, right? And these might, in your business, especially if you have a coaching business, be the things that only you can do. Deliver a masterclass, show up on camera, deliver actual consultations or support sessions with your clients. So this is what we're going to be focusing on. And I want to make sure that I help you get basically all the tasks and the activities in quadrants 1 to 3 and get those out of your way by implementing simple systems that can help you save and reclaim all of the time and the money from those quadrants. Okay, so let's focus on your genius and we're going to see if we can automate the rest. Now, the challenge, and this is probably one of the biggest and one of the first things really that I see happening in a lot of coaching businesses, is either if a coach is not there yet, they're not doing it. And if they're doing it, it typically takes a lot of time. So there's actually a simple solution to help you spend less time on lead generation, lead nurturing, and lead follow-up. And I've seen that on average, the people that tend to do well spend between 20 or 40 hours weekly, either them or sometimes, VAs in their teams, which arguably might not generate the same quality as you might. We're gonna see if we can tackle this and get you back to what you love doing. So before we dive in a little deeper, I want to explain something very simple and very straightforward. When it comes to getting clients, Typically, it's a numbers game. Now, the numbers might play out differently across different markets and different price points, but overall, and I've seen this across all the clients that I support in coaching, but also in my role as COO, these numbers play out. Sometimes they might be higher, sometimes they might be lower, but on average, in order to get one sales call, typically you need to be engaged in 10 conversations. 10 conversations mean like actively talking to people on direct messages, text messages, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, or even email interactions. Now, in order to get to those 10 conversations, typically, again, this is a 1 in 10, you need to be reaching out for every conversation to 10 people. You might have people out there that are gonna ignore you or not be interested, and they might not be your right target audience. So in order to get one person on the call, you need to get 10 conversations going in any given period of time and reach out to 100 people. Now there's one more step to this, okay? So in order to get, let's actually take my head away here, right there. So in order to get one client, typically you need around 4 sales calls. A good salesman will convert between 20 and 30% of any given sales call. You being the prime salesperson for your product, you're most likely to do that. So what does that mean? It does mean that in order to get one paying client, you actually need to do 4x the amount of outreach and the amount of conversations. So let's have a look at it very quickly and understand these ratios. If you want to get one client per week, that means you need 4 sales calls per week, which equals to 40 active conversations. And that means 400 outreaches per week. Now, if you break that down per day, it means you're going to be needing, to reach out to 80 people per day. Now, you can imagine that that takes time. If you do this per month, let's just, for argument's sake, also put this out there. 4 sales calls per month means 40 conversations per month, means 400 outreaches per month. That means around 20 per day. That's much more reasonable. Now, you could take a multi-channel approach here, meaning you can do something on Facebook, you can do something on Instagram, you can even work LinkedIn and YouTube. But for now, let's just focus the effort on one channel without spreading ourselves too thin. The solution really to save you between 20 and 40 hours a week, again, we did the math at the beginning, this could save you like easily $4,000 per month if you implement this system. The idea is to automate the outreach, streamline the follow-up, start engaging with people automatically, and using cost-effective tools to do so. So for this part, let's focus on coaches and solopreneurs that use their personal Facebook profile to generate new leads and to nurture new leads. You'll see this happen more and more because it gives this much more personal touch than, for example, using a Facebook page or a business account. So what we're going to be doing is leveraging our personal network and finding and automating the friend requests and creating personalized welcome messages. And so we can start creating those conversations that we need in order to get people on a call with us and basically turn them into our clients. Okay. So here's a tool I've been using that is doing all this for me right now on a daily basis and basically saves me between 2 and 3 hours every single day. So I'm going to show it to you right now. Here we go. So this tool is called Unipro, and you'll find a link in the comments and in the description of this video, just so you're able to get their bonus, which I'll explain in the end. Once you get this tool, here's what it looks like. It's actually very straightforward, and they have a whole list of onboarding videos that are very easy to follow. And just to cut to the chase, what it does is it allows you to, on a daily basis, start a wizard that will, in order of using it, and I only use a fraction of it, but this is already saving me so much time that I don't need to use it, any of the other features. Just looking at this, what it will do is it will send messages, welcome messages saying hi and then first name, glad we could connect, to everybody that I friended from my personal Facebook profile in the last 36 hours. Okay. And then what it will do is it will like some of the posts automatically, so no action required on my end. It will try to find new people to befriend based on the groups I have highlighted where my ideal clients are. And it's going to send an X number of requests every single day. So this is 20 per day, because we don't want to put too much, to push the algorithm too much, because Facebook sometimes tells you, hey, you're sending out 50 requests per day. That's a bit much for somebody that's just using their personal Facebook profile. Bear in mind, doing this for a personal Facebook profile, there's no other tool that does this, and no other tool that does this as good as Unipro does. So what it's going to do is find 20 people that are not my friends yet, send out friend requests, and only do it if they have something with me in common, for example, a minimum amount of mutual friends, etc. And I can also put in target keywords or keywords that I want to avoid. So for example, for this client, what I want to avoid is anybody that does marketing, business CEOs, CFOs, COOs, anybody that has that in their title, it's going to try and ignore and basically skip to the rest. Then, based on all the friends that I've accumulated in the past, it's going to continue giving me suggestions. So I'm also going to get some leads from the suggestions that are popping up for me on Facebook, which is great. And then it's going to send me an email once it's done. And what you can see here is that the times that I've ran this, and I run this sometimes twice a day, but on a daily basis, you can see this ran for 3 hours, because it's trying to do so in the most natural way possible, right? So it goes through all the actions, and from there, you can start engaging the conversation. But you will know, A, you have the right people, and B, you have people that are actually open to a conversation. So this already cuts so much time, allowing you to reclaim that time to do other things. Again, this thing runs fully in the background. So you can see Unipro working, and it's going to start doing all the things that I've listed on that daily wizard list, including sending messages. Now it just skipped this result because I ran it this morning and it had already sent out the messages that I needed to. Now it's going through and checking on posts people have posted out there and just liking them so that we can create some visibility for this client's profile. And once it runs through the entire process, I'm just going to stop this right now. Once it runs through the entire process, you will get a summary of everything it has done and how long it took, and if there were any errors or not. So it happens that sometimes a group, we've reached the end of the group, which means we need to find another group to start generating leads from. Great. So if you're also curious on how you get this up and running for your business and basically save you a massive amount of time, make sure to check out the link in the description. So what we've done, we've tried to basically cut down the amount of hours that you use on reaching out to potential clients and on starting a conversation. Again, this will easily save you 10 hours a week, which if you calculate that in your hourly value, it's going to be north of $4,000. So the good news is Unipro will allow you to do scalable outreach and engagement using your personal Facebook profile. Again, this will save you 10 to 20 hours a week easily. Okay. Soon, and this is something they're introducing, you're also going to be able to do scalable follow-up and nurturing of their prospects using direct message conversation. So again, if you're valuing your time at $50 an hour, the tool, you should probably be able to value it at like north of $4,000 a month in terms of the time that it will give and the money value of that time that will give back to you. So if you use the link below, this tool will be available for you for only $197 per month. It is really, really, really effective. So I suggest this as the first and most critical time saver if you're doing outreach and client prospecting using your personal Facebook profile. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you really got a lot of value from it. Now, if you're curious and you want to know more, I want to see how I can help you reclaim 1 to 3 hours every single day in your business, then let's make sure you send me a comment underneath this video, or send me a direct message, and we can jump on a free 30-minute call to see how I can help your business move forward.